Hi, my name is Lexi and this is my YouTube channel. This camera angle's okay. It's probably not. It's probably the worst. The top of my head is cut off. This is fine. I wanted to address something that I get asked a lot on my Twitter account, and that is people asking me how to lose weight. And as you guys know, I am an obstacle course racer and I train on the daily with something called Camp Gladiator, or CG for short. If you see me looking down, I have my iPad in front of me because it has all of my notes on it and I need them. So today I really wanted to focus on the diet aspect of working out and losing weight, because I find that's like my biggest downfall sometimes when it comes to weight maintenance and weight loss when I was losing weight. So I'm just gonna cut right to the chase so you guys don't have to sit through a long boring intro. Okay. So my diet is 5 to 6 meals a day, small meals. I actually have meal times that I set for myself. So the first meal time is a window of 2 hours. It's from 6 to 8 a.m. So I wake up at 4:25 for my workouts. So I get home around 6, so it's like a perfect time to eat something, and I always leave the first meal in that window. After that, the next 2-hour window is from 9 to 11 a.m. So from that time, I have my second breakfast, or I have a snack of sorts. Usually I go for like a Cliff Bar, like a Cliff Power Bar or something. So yeah. My next time is from 12 to 2 p.m., which is my lunchtime kind of. So in that I actually have the big meal. Yeah, my mid-afternoon snack of sorts would probably be from about 3 to 5 p.m. And then my dinner usually happens at around like 6 to 8 p.m. So the reason I have these all divided up into 6 meals is because for me, I find that smaller portions and lower calories per portion helps me with my self-control. So I also wanted to talk about kitchen times, and you don't have to do this by any means. It just helps me out because I have a little bit of an issue. I kind of go on binge eating rampages and I will eat anything in that kitchen. My kitchen opens at 6 a.m. and it closes at 8 p.m. So that gives me that whole day to eat. My caloric goal is usually 1,736, but that varies because I work out 1 to 2 times like a day, usually 5 to 6 times a week, unless it's bold week or I'm really sore and I just need a rest day, and that's the time my caloric goal goes up. So that all depends. Let's talk about macros. Macros are so important when it comes to eating right. I used to not track my macros, and that was a huge downfall for me. So what I do is I'm trying to maintain my weight. So I keep my protein at about 40%. I keep my carbs at 30%. I also keep my fats at 30%. That's really important for me to consciously try to hit those goals because it helps me feel better. My caloric goals by meal. Meal 1 and 3, which is the meals 6 to 8 a.m. and 12 to 2 p.m. Those are 290 calories. I try to keep it like close to there. And then meals 2, 4, 5, and the occasional meal 6 are all 289 calories. And that all adds up to my 1,736 caloric goal. Now with that can vary, and sometimes I don't hit my caloric goal a lot, and I'm really bad about that. I wish I wasn't so bad about that, but I'm working on it. I really am. Another super important thing is water consumption. Water consumption is so important. I drink literally a gallon a day. Also, I'm not doing too hot today. Like, sometimes I finish it, sometimes I don't, but my goal is always to finish this gallon. So so important for me to finish that gallon because it helps me with bloating because I'm really prone to that. The more I can reduce the bloat, the better. So yeah. I also wanted to talk about the nutrition counts that I focus on the most, and that's sodium and cholesterol, because I used to have really high cholesterol before I started getting into this fitness stuff. My cholesterol goal is 289 milligrams, and then my sodium goal is 1,363. Also, it depends on how fast I'm drinking the gallon of water. I will usually take in more salt if I drink this gallon really fast. I also wanted to point out the reasons behind this diet and why it worked for me, or I want to continue using this diet. So I was doing research, and by the way, this is a huge disclaimer, I am not self-diagnosing myself. I don't do that. It's just the things that I've noticed about myself that reflects this. So I was looking up binge eating because I used to have a really, really bad problem with that, and there would be days where I would go into the kitchen and I would rampage. It was everything in sight I would eat. So I looked it up, and this is kind of what I wrote down. So I have a similar habit to somebody who has a binge eating disorder, and I'm not diagnosed with it, but I exhibit the similar issues. Basically, when I become emotionally stressed or panicky, I tend to raid my pantry or my fridge, and sometimes I overeat myself to sickness. And for a long time, I just didn't feel good about myself, honestly. And so I wanted to explain kind of what binge eating disorder was, and I'm not saying I have this. I don't think I have this at all. I'm just saying it relates to what I've experienced before I started tracking. So binge eating disorder is when someone binges on food and overeats and does not purge, use laxatives, or exercise excessively to compensate for the binge. So what that means is, yes, I exercise a lot, but it's for the specifics of training for obstacle courses and for what's coming up soon, which there will be a video out about it, the CG games. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm also prone to bloating really bad. It happens more when I'm on, that time of the month, but it can happen when I'm not. So it took me a few months to figure out that it was because I was taking in about 50% carbs and about 30% protein, and the rest was fat. So it was a problem, and I did not like it, and so I changed my macros and fixed that problem. Everybody's body is different. I just wanted to say that everybody's body is different. So maybe protein makes you bloat and you maybe need more carbs. And that also happens. I don't want to get into the whole veganism thing because I don't understand it. I eat meat. I am not a vegan. So let's move on to what I limit. I have about 10 top things that I limit for sure. The first one is Chipotle. I love Chipotle. But it's so high in sodium, and it causes me to bloat. And I also can't resist their chips and guac, so I get that all the time, and I bloat more. So I just reduce that down. And here we have Whataburger, and I used to eat a lot of Whataburger, and it was astronomically high in calories, and it had no nutrition value at all. So one time I ate it, and basically I finished out all of my calories for the whole day, and that was only lunch. I still have 3 more meals to go. French fries in general, it's just too many carbs to balance out. So I usually, nowadays when I go to Chick-fil-A, I don't get the French fries, which is sad because I really like their French fries. Number 4 is red meat patties from fast food joints. It's high in fats and it has little to no healthy fats. So I don't eat those a lot, except when I do, it's the big ones. Chick-fil-A nuggets. The grilled ones are usually okay, but the fried ones, they're fried in peanut oil and it's a little bit higher in fat. This is still a meal I get, even the fried ones, because They actually do have a lot of protein in them. It's just the fats and the sodium that don't help me out at all. Bagels, muffins, bread, etc. The high carbs, it's just hard for me to digest. Again, the bloating thing. This is like the saddest one. Candies, cookie, cake, etc., etc. So overly sweet things, I tend to get extremely sick when I eat them. It's to the point where I've vomited before, so I have to be super careful with that. And I don't ever want to get sick because being sick sucks and I can't go do things. So chips, they're just high in sodium and carbs, so I just avoid those, you know? Dairy milk. Oh, if you have not seen me bloat until you see me drink dairy. So it's like ice cream. I'm not lactose intolerant either, but I just tend to stick to the cashew milk, the almond milk, coconut milk even, because, I don't know, it just makes me feel better. Things I eat to meet my goals. So these are like my favorite foods to meet my macros and my calories. So number one is chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Chicken is lean, and most chicken has 20 to 25 grams of protein in 4 ounces. I hit my protein goal almost every single day because I eat so much chicken. I love chicken. And yes, I season my chicken, so don't get me started. Egg whites. I don't eat the yolk because the yolk has a lot of fat, and the yolk has a lot of cholesterol, so I don't eat the yolk. It's very high in protein, so I like that too. Turkey bacon. For obvious reasons. Regular bacon is not good for you. Cliff bars. And not just any Cliff bars, the Cliff Bar Builder bars. Those are protein bars. They have 20 grams of protein. Now, they're also high in carbs, but it balances out in the end, and I really like those. I only eat a half of them, though, because it's very calorie dense, and I feel very sluggish after I eat them, so I tend to eat those maybe before a workout, just because it gives me energy. Avocados. They're high in healthy fats, and I love avocados. Literally, somebody got me avocados for a graduation present. Like, I'm not even joking. Shout out to you, Palma. You probably won't see this, but if you do, shout out to you because you gave me avocados and I love them. 15-grain wheat bread. 15-grain wheat bread it's high in carbs, yes. But when I do eat them, that bread has less sugar than like white bread, so that's what I like to eat. Brown rice, it's the same thing. It's less sugar than white rice. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are so good. They're sweet, and it's like, it kind of gets my sweet tooth like done. It's a personal favorite. I like it's a starchy carb that just, it doesn't bloat me for some reason. I don't know why, but it doesn't. Oikos 000 Greek yogurt. It's high in protein, low in fat and carbs, so I like that one. So yeah, that's pretty much all about my diet. I wanted to address it as a whole, so maybe people could see, you know, what I do to stay fit and whatnot. I actually have a name for this. I call it the Spartan Diet. I really hope this video helps you guys out, and I really hope that y'all are able to take my advice and just live a better life, because that's what I want this channel to be about, is living the best life you can and being the best version of you can and learning to love yourself. And I love all of you, no matter your size, your shape, or your age. I love you guys. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you obviously liked this, and check out my social media down below. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any other questions, you can just leave them in the comments. Alright guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!